Hey, you guys, this is Karie Johnson with Life Network and Ben Greenfield Life, and I am so excited. We are here at the Health Optimization Summit in London, England. We are sitting down with the top wellness leaders, biohackers, longevity experts, and we're going to go deep as in 15-minute conversations as fast as we can to learn why they do what they do, the top products and innovations on the market. So let's do it. 15 minutes, hot takes, let's go. Welcome back, Health Optimization Summit. I'm Karie Johnson with Life Network, and today we have Dr. Garry with Sports Performance. Dr. Garry, welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Hi, great to meet you all.
Oh my goodness. So I'm excited to learn about what you guys do. Sports Performance, we have this amazing VO2 Master that people typically would have to go to a clinic, but you have this mainstream. First of all, tell us, why it's important to measure that, number one, and then why maybe we can have this in our homes now.
Okay, so VO2 max is considered, or it used to be considered, the preserve of the elite athletes. Nowadays, we realize it's a number one marker of longevity.
Right.
The higher that VO2 max score can be, the better your health metrics are going to be. And it's everything roots up to that VO2 max.
Like the number one marker
it's the number
Truly.
one.
Okay.
We look at grip strength as well, but from a cardiovascular point of view, certainly VO2 max is the thing that you should be measuring.
Okay.
Now, you used to have to go to a clinic, a hospital, a university, but now we're seeing more gyms, more facilities, more health facilities able to measure it.
Have that. Okay.
The great thing with this device, it is totally portable. No cables, no wireless, no backpacks, nothing.
Yes.
It sends a Bluetooth signal either to my watch, my phone, or a tablet.
Oh, wow.
And I can own it, and I can use this in my own home.
How often do you measure your own VO2
So I'm
max?
testing myself probably every 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
As an elite athlete, maybe every 3 to 4 weeks.
Right.
But then we can also, as well as VO2 max, look at resting metabolic rate. What's my metabolism doing at rest?
Yes.
Now, again, I'm a little bit lazy. I'm probably not the number one biohacker out there.
Yeah.
But again, I know people that will assess that on a weekly basis.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's just a very, very easy 20-minute assessment that tells us what our resting metabolism is doing.
Yeah, and that's important for somebody who wants to be top of their game to make sure that...
Absolutely, definitely. And again, whilst we all wear, I've got tracking devices, I've got heart rate monitor, I've got core temperature sensor on, I can train with this as well. So I can look at what's going on in training.
Okay, to make sure like what you're actually doing is effective or if it's worthwhile.
To check that my metrics are taking me in the right direction.
Okay, and maybe what you're doing is maybe not the most beneficial and maybe do something different possibly?
So in the same way we might look at HRV values, we can now look at VO2 kinetics and outputs. So, that's taking us down a real deep rabbit hole.
Yes.
So again, it's like, well, where's the low-hanging fruit? Let's aim for that first.
Yeah.
And then when we get into it, we can really delve
deep. And get really detailed with it, I would imagine, especially for somebody who's like, top elite performer.
Of course, the preserve of the elite athlete, they're training using these 3 or 4 times a week.
Yes.
So we've got, Ironman world champion, using VO2 Master on a regular basis, as well as a load of the longevity experts.
Of course. But then also, you can just have this in your everyday home if you really want to just be, if you're an everyday biohacker. And
so again, for me, and I'm an exercise physiologist, got a PhD in exercise physiology, it's that the day you wake up and your HRV's not quite right and you go, oh, I want to see what's going on.
Right.
You can use this as an assessment, or actually at the other end of the scale.
Okay.
I'm feeling on fire at the moment. What's my physiology telling me? What do I need to do to take myself to that next stage?
Yeah,
so there's, it's such a powerful tool in the right hands.
Okay. So and that's how you get to be like that top 1%.
That's it.
That's hard to get to. Like they're already really good, best of the best, but this is that next little step up. So, okay. So like for myself, I'm a fitness trainer.
Yep.
My HRV is constantly tanked though.
Yep.
So, but I have not measured VO2 max.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you should be measuring your VO2 max at least as an absolute minimum once a year.
Okay.
Absolute minimum.
Okay.
And in that case, it might be, you're going to go off to the local clinic to do
Right,
it.
exactly.
But realistically, I would say you want to be measuring it every 6 to 10 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can track that latest block of training. You've traveled, you've jumped on a flight over here. So what's the impact on my sleep? So when you get back, what's the impact on my time zones? What is happening to my physiology that I can now change my training zones? I can be 100% aware of what's going on.
Like dial in more to recovery.
Yeah.
For me traveling over, obviously, hopped many time zones.
and again, if you're making big changes to nutrition, I'm going to take on a new nutritional strategy.
Yes.
I'm going to look at time controlled eating, or I'm going to go low carb, whatever strategy you decide to use. You can actually use this every 4 to 6 weeks to track how that's impacting on your performance.
Yes. You're like, okay, well, maybe this low carb or whatever it might be is not maybe the most beneficial because it's...
Yeah, well, we know some people respond really well. We know other people don't respond so well.
Okay.
So my motto really is assess, don't guess.
Yes.
So rather than just assuming it's going to work for you,
right.
let's actually track some true
data.
metrics.
Yeah.
Let's look at some physiology
100%.
and see what's happening. Is that intervention? So it's almost like dose response.
Very true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm giving myself this dose. I've done a baseline marker.
Right.
I'm looked at the interaction. I've seen what the response is.
Okay.
Has that worked for me? Yes, it has.
Yes.
Right. What if I take it to the next level? Is that still working? Is it working exponentially? Or no, it's not. So again, it just gives us a really good tracking.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. And at a minimum, every single human being basically, right?
Yes.
Should measure it just to, and if, a top performer, like you said, 3 to 4 weeks. And, even if you're just biohacker here, at the summit and you're one, like myself too, like fitness trainer and like I need to...
Well, I mean, this is something you should be using for yourself, but also for your clients.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you've got clients coming, how do you know as a fitness trainer your program's working?
Yeah, because you're just guessing, really, at that point, like you said.
And I know they feel better, they look better.
Yeah, maybe sleep could be better.
But again, it's like we've now got a metric that shows my physiology's improved, my VO2's improved. We know my VO2's improved, therefore my lifespan, my health span is getting better.
That's amazing.
So it's a really critical metric that everyone should be looking at.
And is there like a certain range, percentage, numbers that you're usually looking
So again, the elite athlete, and we talk about milliliters per kilogram of body weight, of how much oxygen your body can use. So it's all about atmosphere around us, getting oxygen into the lungs, into the working muscle, and using that oxygen.
Right.
And we measure it per kilogram body weight.
Okay.
So an elite athlete could be anything from like 70 to about 85 milliliters.
Yeah, okay.
Man in the street is probably somewhere between 30 and 45.
Oh, that's a big difference, really.
It's a big difference. So if we can get someone in the 50s, low 60s, they're doing really, really well.
Okay. I need to get mine measured.
Indeed. It'd be
to do that.
It would be great to measure you.
So you guys ship this worldwide, you said?
So head office is in Canada.
Okay.
So I'm here representing Stanley Sports.
Yes.
VO2 Master is a Canadian product. And they are available worldwide.
Amazing.
So we look after the UK and Ireland.
Yes.
But as I say, jump on the VO2 Master website, vo2master.com.
And you can ship
and they will look after you wherever you are in the world.
And you can ship it to someone's house, but then also a doctor's office.
Of course,
or, fitness center, like you said, like elite.
Indeed.
And more places are getting these into gyms.
And it's absolutely crucial. So again, people are seeking out the personal trainer, the coach that actually has access to this device.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's giving them that USP. It's giving them that standout. But probably in another 18 months, 2 years' time,
right.
If you're not on the bandwagon now, you're not looking at doing this now, you've missed the boat.
You have. Yeah, I love how you, because data drives decisions, right?
Indeed.
So, and you're just kind of like taking a stab in the dark at like, certain nutrition things that you're doing and workouts that you're doing. You're like, maybe it's helping, but this really helps to kind of drive those decisions. So,
and again, as a trainer, if you've got a client whose VO2 isn't improving, it might not be your training.
Yeah.
They might be walking out of your facility and turning right and going straight to the burger joint.
Right.
Or they're up all night, on the internet, whatever it might be. So again, it can give you clues as to, hey, my program doesn't seem to be working with you.
Yes.
What's going on?
What else is happening here?
Is it my program? Let's look at that holistic approach to somebody.
Yes, 100%. So there's no excuses really at that point too.
Indeed.
So, oh my gosh. Okay, perfect. So people can find you on the website and purchase it on the website.
Yep.
Also, okay. I also love to dive into a couple questions that we're asking kind of all of our amazing founders and CEOs and doctors that come by. Other than your main product that you guys sell, other non-negotiables for you specifically that you do in your daily life, whether that's a supplement or just a routine biohack that you like to do yourself. Aura?
Track my sleep.
Yes. Sleep. Do you believe that either sleep, nutrition, or fitness is more important?
I think there's three main pillars.
Okay.
And so I will talk about a triangle, a pyramid effectively. And I because I work, my 35 years of experience has come mostly from working with elite athletes, but we're now taking that knowledge into the whole market, the wellness market. And I consider these three pillars absolutely crucial. And it's training, it's recovery, and it's nutrition.
Yeah.
Now, recovery is all encompassing in terms of sleep, everything else. Nutrition's again all encompassing, and training. So any one of those three are out, the performance element in the middle. So you
Right.
want to get that triangle as big as possible.
Exactly. Like a
Okay?
three-legged stool. 'Cause
A three-legged stool.
yeah.
And if any one of those out, you can start wobbling.
Very wobbly.
Okay?
Okay.
And the more ones out, the more you're likely to fall over.
100%.
So
Yeah.
you have to look at those three metrics.
Make them all completely solid and wide, like you said,
So
too.
it's no point training really hard if you're training at the wrong intensity or training at the wrong zones.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's no point in training really hard if you're now not looking after your recovery. And that might be post-exercise nutrition, it might be during exercise nutrition, it might be your sleep.
Right.
Okay? And again, there's no point in absolutely smashing the door down to be as fit and strong as possible if you're not allowing proper recovery time between
That's
training.
the thing. Yeah, because it's
So we have to look at those three pillars together. Now this allows me to look at my training and make sure an athlete is training in the right way, but then objectively assess whether they're moving forward in the way that they need to.
Exactly. And am I recovering enough, whether that's sleep or breath work, meditation, sauna, all the other modalities that we can add into recovery too.
Yeah.
So that's super important. I very much so agree. So very good. And then anything that you think is something you're like, totally skip over this, or, not worth your money, not worth your time.
Again, it's a real difficult one because I'm going to offend people. I think people ignore the low-hanging fruit and they go for miracle cures.
Yeah.
Okay? So, again, I supplement to a certain extent, but I don't supplement every day.
Okay.
And again, it's that balance of, if my nutrition is good and I've got lots of variety, lots of color, lots of options.
Then you shouldn't need to.
Every now and then I'll go, hey, I'm not feeling so great. Right, I've got 3 or 4 days where I'm going to hit this. Now, it's that delicate balance. And I think it's almost the snake oil cures that worry me. It's like, are you doing the big stuff right?
True. That's a good point. Yeah.
Again, there's an example of one of the major cycling teams a few years ago used to drive around with a truck with mattresses in for every single one of the athletes.
No way.
Yeah.
I love it.
Genuinely, because they were trying to find the 1%. Now, they were doing everything else right. And again, there's some guys down here selling brilliant mattresses.
Right.
But a mattress is no good if I've got a television in my room and I'm on my phone like this.
2000%,
so it's like, we've got to think of the hierarchy of what's going to work for us.
Yes, get those bigger rocks in place first.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that supplements aren't right, but again, it's like, be really, really mindful of what you need.
Yes.
And again, assess.
Yeah.
So again, I've tried devices that, and I won't say what they are, that you go, hey, Biohacker says, and there are devices here, and I look at and I go, I didn't try your brand, I tried somebody else's.
Yeah.
And I assessed for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like, after 6 weeks, there was no discernible differences. So I've gone, okay, I can put that product to one side.
Right.
For me, it hasn't made any difference.
Right. Maybe for someone else.
Maybe for someone else it's going to.
Yes. That's why you got to make your own decision and let your data drive your decisions so you can make the right.
And there are some great gurus here, but just jumping on the bandwagon without doing your homework and without objectively assessing whether it works for you is dangerous.
Yeah, and a waste of money, waste of time. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then last question I'd love to wrap up with. So we are all here to, optimizing. It's all about longevity, living longer, adding more years to your life. And so, however, we do not always know that tomorrow it's not always promised to us. So we're hopeful for tomorrow, but for you specifically, is there a truth or a hope that you cling on to, or any words of wisdom that you like to impart to your friends or family or our listeners?
I think the key one for me is keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep moving. It doesn't have to be high intensity.
Right.
It's just keep yourself active.
Walking.
And I see so many people coming through my clinic who have lost that activity level. And I've got so many stories where, older individuals have come through on their oxygen CPAP machines overnight. And we've turned them round.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We've helped them with activity. We've helped them with weight loss. We've helped them with movement.
Yeah.
And the CPAP machine's gone.
That's awesome.
The heart medication's been reduced.
That's great.
67-year-old gentleman whose muscularity's gone up, who's lost 5 kilos of body fat in 8 weeks. So it's assessing, giving a program that works, and then reassessing that's actually worked, and then changing the goalposts again.
Exactly. Yeah. But just moving in general, for that person who is
keeping someone moving.
Yeah. Because I always say it's like to my parents who are older, I'm like, as soon as you're moving or stop moving, you're dying, essentially, right? So I'm like, whatever you need to do, just go walk the dog.
Yeah. And that's the critical one.
Right.
Get out first thing in the morning and walk the dog.
Yeah.
If it's the neighbor's dog, it doesn't matter, but just get out in the morning and before you do anything else, walk the dog.
Exactly right. Oh my gosh. Well, such good words of wisdom. Dr. Garry, thank you so much. Can you remind everybody where to find you guys, follow, purchase, all those things?
Yeah, of course. So we're Stanley Sports here in the UK,
Yes.
and we've got VO2 Master, and they're both Instagram, social posts. I'm on LinkedIn. You know, it'd be great to meet you all.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Dr. Garry. Appreciate your time.
No
and
problems at all.
thanks to everybody tuning in. We have some more voices coming soon.